Hi, Jorin's bumhole. It's me, Bimblin Bloodaxe of the Lonely Mountain. Join me here in my Lord of the Rings online playthrough as I help the Free Peoples banish the shadows of Angmar from Eriador.
Hazard, I menu!
Awesome. Right, across we go. It's Bree time. So, first of all, what we're going to do is we are going to pick up a few stables. So, there are, you'll see quest rings and stuff. I'm not going to pick those up yet because we're going to get sent back to Buckland at some point. So, this is Buckland, Newbury. That's Brandy Hall up there on the hill. But I'm just going to pick up the Buckland stables, which are up here, just past Crick Hollow. And here are the stables. And through there, there's the high hay, and there's the little tunnel into the old forest.
A lovely day, isn't it?
So, pick that up. Back this way. And we'll head towards Bree. And just coming up on our right hand side, this is Prisker Boffin's place. So you can see our good old, where is he? There he is, our good friend Bingo Boffin. But we'll leave him until we get sent back to Buckland. We've got things to do first. We might actually start getting attacked by things again. So we've got to be a bit more careful. We're now of a level here in Breeland. And you'll notice that things like the gathering nodes have changed. So we're getting things like barrow iron and ash. We were also getting these on the green fields in the Shire because it's like a transition part because we were at the very end of the Shire just before we were getting to Bree. So you always know that you're getting close to the end of a region when the gathering nodes start changing. You start ramping up to the next level. So as far as barrow iron goes and ash, they are journeyman level gathering resources. So we can start working our way up to expert with our prospecting, metal smithing and forestry. And what will also happen is for scholar, obviously we'll start getting journeyman artifacts. This is the east road on the way to Bree. Right hand side is the old forest, soon to be replaced by the Barrow Downs on our right hand side. There are quite a few gathering nodes on the way to Bree, so I will stop to pick them up. Doesn't take too long. It just gives you a chance to have a look around. There's some brigand camps, but we'll get to see those later. Coming up to another stable now that's called Adzo's Camp. And Adzo Haybanks is a little hobbit who is building a sort of inn halfway to Bree. You can see it's the frame of it there. And it's another little quest hub. But we'll get sent here later, so I'm not going to pick any of that up now. The only thing I'm going to pick up here is this guy who's the stable master. It'll just save us time when we've got to come back.
Greetings.
Carry on. Not going up there. Carry on east. Eastward. Eastward ho! So we will be exploring and questing throughout this area in the coming episodes. Breeland is quite a large region as regards quests, mainly because it's got Breeland itself, it's got all the introductory quests for men and Beornings. It's also Buckland is counted as being in Breeland, and that includes the Old Forest and the Barrow Downs as well. So that is a lot of quests. So I imagine we'll be in Breeland for quite a while. Here's where the East Road crosses the Greenway. The Greenway used to be the old main road between the Kingdom of Arnor and the Kingdom of Gondor. But, as it says in the books, it's now little used, and it's become grass grown, and that's why they call it the Greenway. And here are the gates of Bree. The ancient town of Bree. And it is pretty ancient as well. It was here before Arnor was founded, and Gondor. And do you want a little information about Bree? What I know is the
How can I
Stablemaster.
be of service?
Well, Bree was founded by the middlemen. What were the middlemen? Well, the Dunedain come from the three houses of the Adain, which were the elf friends of old, and they went to Beleriand, which is now sunk beneath the sea by this time in the timeline. But it was pretty much around where we've been in Ered Luin. There was a lot more land there once upon a time, just on the other side of the Blue Mountains, and it was called Beleriand, and that's where the Noldorian elves settled after they fled Valinor. And three houses of men answered the call and went to Beleriand. But the middlemen, they they were on the way to Beleriand, and then they sort of stopped off about halfway and didn't go any further. And they settled in places like Bree and Eriador. They didn't cross the mountains into Beleriand, and they founded Breetown. So it's been here a very, very, very long time. And
Greetings.
Stablemaster here of South Bree. So, when Arnor was founded, Bree was already here. Bree sort of sits in Arthedain, you know, that part of, I told you they split into three. Arnor, Arthedain, Rhudaur and Cardolan. Well, Bree sort of falls into Arthedain. But it's sort of like a free town within Arthedain and Arnor, because it was already here. They swore fealty to the King of Arnor and the Kings of Arthedain, but they the Dunedain sort of left it alone. You know, as long as Bree acknowledged their lordship, they didn't really bother with it. Left it alone. Oh, I will show you the prancing pony. We did ride right past it, but I was busy wittering on about the history of Bree. We'll properly go around Bree when we start doing the quests here. But there's the prancing pony, so we'll be going in there at some point. But for the time being, we're going to make our way to Archet. It's probably pronounced Archet because there is a wood around it called Chet Wood, so it is probably Archet. But I've just got used to calling it Archet over many years, and I can't get out of the habit now. Right, we're gonna get a quest off this guy. It's just that I always forget. I always forget his quest, so I'm gonna pick it up now.
I do not ask much of you.
Ah, what troubled times we live in. Brigands have been raiding people's homes in Archet, Staddle and Coombe. Deplorable. Some of the poor folk have made their way here to Bree and told me their sad tales. Now I'd like nothing more than to help them, but I'm just not made for adventures. Why don't you track down these villains and bring the stolen family heirlooms to me, then I can return them to the rightful owners, the poor wretches. Just think of the looks on their faces. I hear there are brigands encamped in the Yellow Tree ruins south of Staddle, but it may be also that some others in Chetwood are also carrying stolen items. So we'll pick that up. Clayton Cole. Oh, he's got a crafting
Will you
quest.
give me a
One
moment
second.
of your time, friend?
I met a traveller the other day, a man who seemed to me to have great wisdom. We spoke for a short time, and he said something that seemed to me of much importance. Knowledge is the best defence we have against those who would do us harm. I got to thinking, and I think that traveller was right. We need sharp swords and broad shields if we are to study the deeds of yesteryear. We are sure to draw from them lessons that will serve us well even today. I want to instill in the men under my command some of these lessons. If you know a scholar of some skill, well, as a matter of fact I do, he might be able to make sense of the materials of the past and give you some teaching of past law. Bring me some minor battle law and some minor weaponsmithing law to me, and I will pay you for the trouble, Bimblin, with coins and other goods. So I might already have a battle law. Does it come up? I think I can make it now anyway. So if we go to Scholar, Apprentice, I've got to make a relic, so let's just do that quickly. The good thing about Scholar is actually you don't need a workbench, as I found out. Just got to make another one because we're making 2 scrolls. So, minor battle law. There's one, and he wanted weaponsmithing, didn't he? So we'll make some weaponsmithing. Look at that. Done and done.
Greetings, friend.
You've brought me some information on the waging of battle and the smithing of weapons, Bimblin. I thank you for it. Only by studying the lessons of the past can we be prepared for the dangers of the present. Here are some coins and a few sundries for your trouble, as I promised. We'll take the bronze ingots, just in case we get another crafting quest. Back on the horse. Now, Ultan here, he's we're gonna do his quest just before we go into Bree, because he's the champion sort of trainer bod. So we'll do him just before we go into Bree and do all that together. We've already got quests for him, so I won't forget him. Which reminds me, let's sort my quests out. Family treasures, keep that. Champion. Prologue. Get rid of that. All the Bree town ones, introductions and things like that. Brood of Boffins, we can forget about that. Right, okay. All those, again, will do after we do this little bit of a prologue for men and Beornings. It won't take long. It won't take long. Because obviously we're not a man or a Beorning, so
What do you need?
there we go. We've got the Archet stablemaster. Okay. Bob up here to Archet. And do the final prologue that we're going to do. The Men and Beornings one. So Breeland has the main town, Bree. It's also got 3 little villages around it. Coombe, Staddle and Archet. Don't really go to Coombe, but that much. But, oh, actually, I suppose we do. Yes, we do. Yeah, we'll go to all of those. Out of all those, Staddle is like the Bree Hobbits. So the Hobbits of Bree tend to live in Staddle, but all the other towns and villages are men. Now, if you start as a hobbit, a man, or a Beorning, you end up in Archet here. As you can see, it's looking a bit worse for wear at the moment, like it's been burned and attacked, and it has. As part of the Beorning Man and Hobbit starter quests, you're involved in trying to sort of defend this village. And after you finish that, take that. After you finish that, this is how it is, how it's left. And if you're a hobbit, this is when you get transported to Little Delving. Yeah, you know, a Mundo Sackville Baggins, remember, at the start of the Shire. So you sort of get transported back to the Shire. But if you're a man and a Beorning, you will carry on from here, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to do all of those quests right now. We will start with this guy,
Stay a moment.
John Brackenbrook. As we prepared for the Blackwalled assault and stood at the defence of Archet, many of the good folks of this town perished, both within the gates and beyond. The battle was great, but in the end we defeated the brigands' onslaught. Some of the good men who were lost still remain unburied, but the people of this town have their hands full with their own great losses. It would be to our shame if those unburied bodies were dishonoured by wild beasts. I would ask this one last favour of you. Seek out the poor men and grant them honour in death. Dirt Mudbrick fell at the sheep farm southwest of Archet. Nate Wisterwood died defending the Hunter's Lodge, and Cal Sprigley's farmhand, Will Wheatley, I always want to say Will Wheaton, perished in battle just to the west of Bronway's Folly. So we'll do that for you, John. Constable Thistlewolf has a quest for us.
Stay a moment.
Ah, a fine day to you. It's good to see the backs of the Black Walls broken and peace settling over Archet once more. Now we can concern ourselves with less dire problems. Actually, you might be able to help with one of those problems if you are interested. There seems to be an illness spreading among the local boars, and a terrible affliction it must be, for the beasts are more hostile than normal. We really must put an end to this illness. The only way is to slay those afflicted. Would you do this? Of course! Alty. Spiderbane.
Will you
Or
help me?
Atlee, sorry. Don't worry about me, Bimblin. It's just a minor wound I got in the fighting. Now that the Brackenbrooks, father and son, have driven the Blackwolves away from Archet, perhaps these folks can get to living their lives as they once did. Word has reached me, though, that there's a new threat to be dealt with. A nearby farm has been overrun with spiders, and the folk there have retreated to Archet. My injury prevents me from dealing with the pests, but you have proven yourself a capable warrior and should have no trouble. Look for the farmer here in Archet. You may know him already. His name is Cal Sprigley. We don't know him, but we would have known him if we had done. Prologue quests.
Greetings.
There we were, ready to stand our ground against them Blackwall villains when these monstrous spiders came pouring up from the cellar in the middle of the night. It seems hardly fair. Still, if the Spiderbane sent you, it could be that you'll be able to help us out. Our farm is due south of Bronwys Folly. If you can recover my seed bag from the pens and my strongbox from the storage shed, we could make a new start of it. Oh, and my father's bow as well. Poor Henry was trying to kill some of the spiders with it. He was a good hand, but the spiders made quick work of the lad. Poor old Henry. Bummer. Okay, I think... Oh, got another. Somebody else has got a quest. There's a quest ring there.
Will you give me a moment of your time, friend?
If you ever want to take up a trade yourself, then you'll need some guidance on the matters. I'd offer my services, but Archet needs my skills more now, friend. I hope you understand. I can point you towards one who can give you the assistance that you seek, however. You want to head south of Archet and towards the centre of Coombe. When the road splits in Coombe centre, follow the road to the left and make your way part way up the hill. You'll see a master of crafts there who is always willing, ready and able to take on apprentices. Be safe, friend, and once again, thank you for all you've done for Archet. You're the reason we've a town still to work on repairing after all. Awesome. And... oh, there's another one. Oh, I think this is the old hardened traveller. Yeah, these hardened travellers, you can just... if you're returning to the game like me and you want, you know, you want it to be a bit tougher, then you can actually pick these, yeah, and make it a lot harder. I'm not going to bother, as I said, just in this for fun, having a laugh. I'm not trying to prove how awesome a gamer I am or anything, which is good because I'm not very awesome as a gamer. Right. So what we'll do first is we will go the right way is what we'll do. I was going the right way. We'll have to go that way later on, but yes, let's go this way. So we've got some people to bury, and the first one is in this field up here. Rode past him on the way, so as you can see, it's been a bit of a battle. Poor old Dirk. Yes, he's not looking so clever, is he? Ah! So we've got to bury him. Unlucky Dirk. Oh, actually, I won't get on my horse. We've got to kill some boars. There's one. Should be quite easy. There's one. This is Bronwys Folly, as you may have heard me say during the chatting. Quest giving. There's another one. Now we're going to get this as I think it's like a site of deed. The ruins of Breeland. Let's have a quick look at these. Some of these are tricky to find, so I will show you them as I go along. Bronway's Folly, pretty easy. You're going to find that during questing. You'll probably ride right past it. But if you don't, take a circuitous route or something, then it's actually here. So that's one to remember. I think another of the dead bodies is over here somewhere. That's another diseased bristlehead. One over there. Oh, while we're at it. And there's Will Wheaton. In the bushes to be buried. Oh, we'll get the last bristlehead while we're at it. There we go. Bury Will, who's also not looking so clever. Right, that's him done. And this is Cal Sprigley's farm here. So it's going to be full of spiders. As soon as we kill our first spider, we'll get another deed, because there is a Spider Slayer deed. Do not worry about the Spider Slayer deed. You're going to be sick to death of spiders by the end. So it's not one you have to be bothered around. In fact, we'll probably be on the advanced version before the end of this episode. That's poor. That looks like poor old Henry. We don't actually bury Henry. It's nice, isn't it? We bury three other people, but you can't actually bury Henry. Don't let you do it. Seems a little unfair on poor old Henry, but you know, leave him to the spiders. Recall correctly, yeah. He comes down and tries to surprise you. Incy wincy spider. Got the seed bag. The seed bag and the strong box, they can be all round the farmyard. They're not hard to find, but yeah. They might not be in those particular places that I've just been to, but they will be around the farmyard. Poor old Henry is always there, and he always has the bow, but the seed bag and the strong box sometimes move around a little. Let's kill these spiders. I can't bite spiders. Kill him. Right. Okay. So back on our horse. What we're going to do is we're going to go northwestish. Down here. And I'm going to show you another one of the ruins. The ruins of Breeland. And it's up here. Oh, in fact, no, it may be an ancient site of the Dunedain I'm showing you. It is. I don't think Blackwald's Roost, which is where we are now, is... Oh yes, Blackwald's Roost is... Sorry! Is a ruin of Bree land, so you found that, but there's also this ancient cairn. And this is another deed. It's the history of the Dunedain deed. And I'll show you where all these are as well. Again, a couple of these are tricky-ish to find. But I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll get another deed. By, well, another 2 deeds, I think. By killing wolves, Blackwolds. Oh no, it's just a brigand slayer deed. Again, don't worry about that. There are plenty of brigands, so it's not going to be a problem to complete that particular slayer deed. I think what have we got to do now? We've got one more person to bury, Nate Whisperwood. He's over here. There's like a big pond here, and on the other side of it is... Let's go for a swim. Yes, at some point. Just gonna kill this marshfly queen, and we get the sickle fly slayer. Now this one is tricky. We'll eventually get into... Oh. We'll eventually get into the Midwater Marshes, and there are a few of them there. It's not as bad as the Slug Quest in the Shire, but it is a tricky one to finish off. So whenever you see a sickle fly, just kill it. It'll help.
What can I do for you?
Well done, Bimblin. This is a most peculiar find. So, by killing that monster, I think it's actually... Oh, got some fish as well. I did a bit of fishing. Don't know why. Pretty pointless exercise. But, yes. Anyway, no point in going actually into the hunting lodge, I don't think. Don't think there's any quests in here. I'll just check. No. Look at that bear. This idiot fighting the fire. So this is the hunting lodge. You do come here. Nice place, isn't it? You do come here during the prologue quests, but obviously we didn't do those as a dwarf. I think that's it now. We can go back. Go back. Nearly finished Archet now, and I'll show you a way of getting back to Archet a bit quicker. Oh no. Are you gonna lag? No. One thing about being on the legendary servers, it's not normally that bad. It's pretty grim. Stand there, mate. There's a bloody spider there. I said we're alright. We're too high level for them to attack us. But this is a bit of a shortcut back to Archet. We'll hand these quests in.
What can I do for
This
you?
is everything we asked for, alright. My seed bag, strongbox, and my father's trusty bow. I can't thank you enough, Bimblin. I must beg your pardon for treating you so poorly earlier. Had I known what was to become of my farm, I would have heeded your advice and retreated to Archet at once, saving ourselves a great deal of trouble, and poor Henry's life. Still, I'm glad we can make a new start. Tell the Spider-Bane he has my thanks as well for sending you to us.
Could I speak with you a moment?
Them spiders have ate my work hands and driven me and Holly out of our home. There's got to be some way to get them off our land. I would think that Atliff Spider-Bane might know more about spiders than I do. Perhaps you should go speak with him again. We can't return home till those awful things are gone. So, we'll do that.
What do you need?
Good, you have returned. It seems there is much more going on here than I first thought. While you were away, my cousin Bally arrived, and I sent him to search some caves in the ruins outside the east wall of Archet. A few of the hunters had dropped a huge stone in front of the cave, and I wanted him to ensure the stone remained. He has not yet returned, and I am worried. Now, from what you told me of Sprigley's troubles, the spiders came up through the cellar in his shed. Perhaps seeing the cave blocked off, they tunneled up through there. Perhaps they did. Small Thistlewood, the boar
Greetings.
quest. Ah, you've taken care of the poor blighted creatures. Every boar that has caught that foul plague will, in the end, have to be destroyed. But the few you've dealt with will slow the spread of the plague. Thank you. Take the gauntlets, they're normally worth the most.
Greetings.
Good, it is done. Those men died bravely and deserved a proper burial. Once more, Archet is in your debt. Now, before you leave, there is something I must tell you. A queer man came through Archet while you were away, and I believe he was looking for you.
What can I do for you?
The man who came through the village, he reminded me of Strider in his behaviour, said he was looking for the hero of Archet. I can only assume that he spoke of you. He said the matter was most urgent, and that if I saw you, I was to direct you to the Comb and Wattle Inn, where he will be waiting for you. The Comb and Wattle is in the centre of Coombe to the south. He seemed most grim to me, and I would travel to Coombe immediately and speak with the innkeeper, Lisbeth Honeymead. She should know where to find this man. Okay, something else has come up. Breeland Adventurer. So we've done a few quests, so that's why that's come up. Okay. Oh, he's got another quest. Build a
Hello,
array.
friend. Could you help me with something?
Working with wood has always been my trade, so I thought to put my hands to the rebuilding of Archet. I had loaded up my tools and set out, when suddenly this mad boar came out of nowhere and overturned my cart. It was all my son Borin and I could do to make it here to Archet, and we had to leave the tools in the wreckage of the cart. If you head south to the gate that leads to Coombe, you might be able to recover my toolbox. I'd really appreciate it, and the folk of Archet are sure to be better for it as well. The sooner I can get started, the sooner this town will be back to the way it was. Watch out for that boar though. You might be able to get my toolbox without attracting his attention. You'd need more luck than I have to manage it. We'll do that. Okay, so we'll do that first actually. And then we will deal with the spiders. Yeah, once we've finished up these Archet quests, we'll move on to Coombe, and then we'll call it a day in Coombe. Continue with the Bree Prologue. Might be able to finish that next episode. And then we're all up to date, and like at the end of all the Prologue quests, we'll just get told to see Barlim and Butterbur in the Prancing Pony, and then we can turn all of those in at once. Right, there's the toolbox. You spider. Die. This must be the mad Bristlehide. It was just a mad bristle hide. Right, done that. And it's back. Sort the spiders out, and then we can head for Coombe. It's a tiny, tiny, tiny little bit of lag. There's a Beorning. See how he turned from a bear back into a man. So he must be starting out as a Beorning. So he's doing the prologue. Yes, you don't. It used to be a real problem lag in Lotro. It's supposed to be a lot better on these legendary servers, but I hope it's not started kicking in.
How can I be of service?
You have my thanks, Bimblin. Now Borin and I couldn't get to work rebuilding this town. Take these coins for your trouble. Okay. Oh, bloody hell, he's got another quest.
Would you do something for me?
Supplies here in Archet are limited and will certainly not suffice to repair the damage wrought upon the village. Now that I have my tools, I will be able to begin shoring the fences and repairing the buildings where I can. Archet will need more lumber if it is to recover completely from this attack. If you find yourself in Coombe, to the south, seek out Taylor Green and let him know that I will need another order of wood from the lumberyard. If you've not been there before, listen well. The Coombe lumberyard can be found by following the road south. Pass through the gate towards Coombe and follow the road east up the hill. It will bend softly to the northeast towards the Chetwood. There, in the soft dip before the North Chetwood, you should find Taylor Green. Okay. Sort these spiders out, baby. We'll just kill a shed load of them on the way in as well. There's 8 spiders. Well, actually, I like spiders, but not in the game. Yeah? I don't mind spiders in real life. Nothing like one-shotting something, is there? Yeah, let's... Oh, way up. Looks like Barley didn't make it. It's not looking good. Right, we've got some bad news for Atlee regarding his cousin. Search Bally's corpse and find a journal with several pages missing. The journal text reads, "I would not believe it, but the spiders have pushed the cave mouth clear. I have entered the cave and the spiders reacted to me instantly, as if drawn to me. I am unsure why. I spent my day carefully searching near the entrance, and had found several corpses bound into cocoons. These spiders seem to wrap everything up into their cocoons. I will write more tomorrow when I go further into the cave. Perhaps it would be best to enter the cave to see if you can still find the rest of the journal pages before returning to Atlee." Okay. To the cave. Ooh, there's one. So we've got to find some journal pages. Ooh, there's a cocoon. we found a journal page. I think we can read these. So, Bally's journal, but this is page 3. Tell you what, we'll wait till we get all 5, and then we'll read them in order. Right. You there. Die. Another cocoon. It's page 4. And we've completed Spider Slayer. It's in Bree land. And now we're on the advanced. But as you can see, like just spiders everywhere. Easily complete this Slayer deed. Examine it. And what page number is this? Page 1. Okay, so we're getting there. 2 more. Just check if there's any down here. Ooh, you coming down from the ceiling, Mr. Trapper. Spider. Surrender. Page 2. So we just need page 5. Carried on there, we sort of fall down. There's a bit of a cliff. And we don't need to go that way because it was where we found the first cocoon. So we'll go back out this way. Headbutted it. Awesome. I forgot I'd got the headbutt. I think this is a dead end. Yes, it is. But, for the sake of exploration, gone through it. Back out into the main chamber. This way. I think there's a way back to the farm this way. Yes, this is towards the cellar. I think it's a root cellar or something. Yes. So, in the farm, you might have seen it actually. There was like a root cellar off to one side, and this is it. So spiders have burrowed into here. But you can get back out to the farmyard by going that way. Looking for our last cocoon. I think it's this way, and here it is. So we can read these now. This should be page 5. It is. So let's have a read. I've gone further into the cave today. There seems to be no end to the twists and turns of the spiders in this area. I've done my best not to get lost, but I fear I may already be there. I still have no idea why these spiders are here. There are several larger queen-like spiders here, but I do not think they are steering this brood. I will look more tomorrow. For now, I have found a rock to sleep behind. I hope these spiders don't like the taste of dwarf. Got some bad news for you, mate. My 3rd day in this spider-infested hole has come and gone, and I got no further today. I think I may have gone round in several circles since I found the rock I slept behind 3 times today. I'm not sure if this place has an end, but I found an interesting looking cellar of some small supply shed. I peeked outside and found an overrun farm. That does not seem to be my answer either. Hopefully tomorrow will be a better day. I think I will spend my night in the cellar. It may be a little safer. So that's where we just went. I went back into the caves, but had a little more luck than before. I know I am missing a turn someplace that will lead me closer to the Queen's nest, and hopefully an answer to the spider's presence here. I suspect these are no ordinary spiders, for as I even now prepare to sleep, I deem I can hear whispered voices. Page 4. It is my 5th day within these dismal tunnels, and I am no closer to finding the Queen. I have no doubts, however, as to the intelligence of these creatures. They hunt me now, day and night, though I elude them still. It is strange, but I believe I heard one of the beasts mention Spiderbane. And 5. There is no doubt now. These spiders and their queen are here for Atli Spiderbane. They seek to use me as bait for Atli, but I will not give them that leverage. My axe will drink of their blood ere this night is through. I will not. Oh, seems like he got pounced. Bummer. Right, let's go this way. We're going to save ourselves a little bit of time by going down this way. Because if we do go back to Atli, he's just going to send us back here. So we can save ourselves a little bit of time. By doing this first. The hatchlings are no bother. They won't even attack you if you're of a level. It's just the big ones that attack. I think there's one up here. Here's one. Yeah, so all Atli will do is send you back here looking for the queen spider. And she's just round the corner, I think. There she is. Iornath. Be quite easy for us at our level. There we go. And we've got a quest item. So this is what Atli would send you back in here for. So what's the point? Because we came here. The Brood Queen is far more fearsome than any spider you have come across before. It seems to be manipulating many of the events around Archet. The dwarf Atli is known as the Spiderbane. You would likely want to see proof of this creature's demise. Okay. This is obviously the Cal Sprigley's farmhouse. And no wonder he ran off. So there's the door into the oh, we can go out this way actually. There's a door into the farmyard. There's no need to run back through all the tunnels. What way on? So another 29 spiders, and we'll have done the slay deed. We'll do that easily. So get on my horse, get back to Attley. Must be over half an hour now. On the time. So turn this quest in, head to Coombe, and call it a day. Our first day in Breeland. Hurrah! What you two been doing? Sat around here on your ass? I don't know. Why were they killing diseased boars and burying bodies? Taking a piss out of us, Bimblin. Well, he's dug him up. Poor old Dirk. Oh, Edward's got a quest as well.
Could I speak with you a moment?
I look at you, Bimblin, and I see a blank canvas, an uncarved block of wood, an untempered blade, an unread book. Yeah, we get the picture, Eddie. Any number of things that have the potential for greatness, but are still waiting for that potential to be realised. I look around my home, and I see the wreckage, a memory of the comfort that this town once had. It can be that place of comfort again, Bimblin, if those like you will rise to the challenge. Skilled hands must be kept busy if they are to improve in their craft. My brother Roderick stands near the craft hall in Coombe, south of Archet. From the Coombe town centre, take the left path as it climbs up the hill. You'll see my brother part of the way up the hill. Tell him you wish to learn a crafter's profession. The towns of Breeland can only benefit from the application of your skills. So it's the usual, new area. They want to get you into crafting and stuff. We've seen it in Erid Luin, and we've seen it in the Shire, and it is no different here in Archet. Bad news, Attley.
What do you need?
I cannot believe it. Barley, gone. He must be avenged. And this journal tells me what is behind this. A spider queen from the Blue Mountains. She and her brood must have followed me from Thorin's halls. Know this, even if I am slain, she will never leave this place. She has found easy prey here. We must destroy her, or Archet shall soon become a new abode for the queen and her spawn.
Well, funny you should say that, Attley.
Well met.
This spider queen, I own it by name, and her ways are known to me. You have done the people of this town many great services. This one not the least of all. Was she allowed to endure, it is likely all the peoples of Breeland might have suffered her spawn. Take a quick perusal of these items I have. You have earned your pick of them. So that. Another thing we've got, so that's that finished. Another thing we've got is this, which is a trophy. Ironite's head. And you can actually take that to a taxidermist in Bree. We'll stuff it. And once it's been stuffed, it can, if you get a house, you can actually display it in your house, which is a nice touch. I might get round to buying a house, just to show you guys what it's like. I've mentioned it before, pretty much like crafting. I'm not very big on the housing, but we can always buy one. But if we do, we'll buy one up in Breeland, because we've got to use our favourite housing broker, Badanas. Remember her? Right, so back to Coombe. So as you can see, we've got about 5 or 6. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 5 quests for Coombe. We've got some more to pick up, but we'll do that next time. Like for example, Gale here's got a quest.
need a few others. So, yes, we will do Coombe next time. Okay. Spin around. Zoom in on the star of the show. Press F1 so we're reminded who he is. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you will join me again next week when we continue our Breeland adventures here in Coombe. Until then, this is me, Cat Weasel, saying toodaloo.